merry meet. Thank you for joining me for one of my Yule specials. So before each Sabbath now, I'm going to do a series of videos giving you a little bit more information about the actual one. On our run up to Yule, I'm looking at all things Yule, and today I'm looking at the Yule log. This is one that we made in my annual Yule craft workshop. The next one will be next year on the 3rd of December in 2021. So let me know if you want to come. Let's get back to the Yule log. Now, if we go to our Norse, on the run up to Yule, I want you to imagine this, all of these big, strong Vikings. They would have gone, Norsemen, they would have gone into the forest, into the snow-filled forest. They would have found a large log. And I'm talking a log that was so large it would have taken 7 or 10 of them to then drag back into the village. And there they would have set it and they would have burned it throughout the period of Yule. Now, this was probably the ash tree, because ash is sacred to the Norse. It is the tree that was Yggdrasil, their world tree, that their 9 worlds were on. With the Celts, they would have burnt a large oak tree. All right, so today what do? I wake up of a morning, I cook a lovely big breakfast for everyone. We then go into the forest and I find a log which has naturally fallen off. Because that log, before I go, I send the intention out. God and Goddess, All Father Odin, find me a log that you want me to take home to have that energy in my home this Yule. And I'll find one. I always leave a libation, some gratitude for them, a food, an offering for the forest, for the creatures of the forest. We then come home. Then what do we do? Well, I'll tell you what we do. I have 3 different candles that go in my Yule log. The colour is down to you. Whenever you are looking at anything on the pagan pathway, if they say, oh, it must be red, it must be green, it must be gold. Really? It's your energy. If you understand the reason why you're doing something, then if you've read something and it says it's got to be red, it's got to be green, it's got to be gold, but you want to put a silver one in, then do that. It's your energy connecting with that energy of Gaia, and that's what magic is. So let's get back to these candles. So, a red candle. What does the red signify? The red represents the Holly King, who is still ruling at the winter solstice until he has his battle with his brother, the Oak King. If we think of the red berries, it's a bit icky, but if we think of the goddess giving birth to the Sun King and the blood involved there. If we look at a green candle, green is for growth, green is nature. And at this time, just think how magical, how sacred these trees are, that when all the other trees, when all the other foliage around us is dying back, the holly, the ivy, mistletoe, pines, there they are in all their evergreen glory. So there's our green candle for that renewal. A white candle, think of frozen snow. White's purification, white is cleansing, white is hope, the hope of good things to come, the hope of the sun coming, of the harsh winter going. A gold candle, the gold candle is living, breathing symbolism of the sun, and that's what this is about. It's a solar festivity. We are welcoming back and we're celebrating the return of the sun with the birth of the Sun King, the sun god. So there we have a gold one. If we have a silver candle, silver represents our goddess. And at Yule, we think of our triple goddess, she's gone from her crone into her mother aspect to give birth to the Sun King. So there you are. This actual candle I rolled myself when I made this during my annual Yule craft. Okay, the one for 2021, I think it's going to be the 3rd of December. So if you want to book early, book early. So let's get back to this. So okay, I've got this Yule log. Now what do I do with it? Well, on the night of Yule, I'll do a ritual or burn it. But do you know what we also do? And this is a lovely way, especially if you want to start new Yule family traditions. Each member of your family, get them to make a wish. Get them to get a candle. Get a long log. And it doesn't matter if they're not walking on this path. if you're maybe still having to be in the broom closet, think of when you have a birthday and they make a wish with birthday candles. You can say, well, do you know what, we're going to do something special? You have our birthday wishes, we're going to now have your wishes. So each person gets a candle. On the candle they can scribe in their initials and maybe an object or something, even a word of what they are wishing for, what they are hoping for. Then what you're going to do is they're going to get some cinnamon. I know people laugh that I'm the cinnamon queen, but cinnamon really does this. It is a spice of Yule. It's the spice of the sun. And if you add cinnamon to any spells, it gives it a push, a boost, whoosh. Okay, rub that cinnamon thinking, put it in the Yule log, and on the first night, turn off all the lights. Let the candle burn and say to them, right, look at the flame, and I want you to imagine what your wish is. See that really, really strong. And then after a while, however you've decided you are going to snuff it out, you might use a snuffer, you might say now, from the air, as you blow that out, as you blow it out, see your wish happening in the air. Obviously, because of COVID and things like that, it could be you decide everybody has their own little Yule log. Okay, so be sensible, people. You're intelligent. I know you are. The next night, do it again, but this time, as they're staring at the candle flame, get them to imagine how it's going to come about, how it's going to happen. Then after that, each night until the candle burns down, when you have an evening meal, when you're together, just have the candle burning, and that's the start of your Yule tradition. It's great, isn't it? Okay, so my next little mini one of these Yule videos, I'm going to be explaining holly, ivy, mistletoe, pine cones, what we have them, how you can use them. Hope you're already having a wonderful build up to Yule. Merry meet, blessed be.